Okay. Hello, and welcome to Tech from the Closet, the only technology podcast brought to you from the inside of a walk-in closet. And the official podcast of Superiority Studios. On the line with me, as you can see, coming to us from Michigan, is my brother James Walker, co-founder and co-owner of Superiority Studios. Hi, James. How you doing?
Hello, I'm alive.
So, let's see. Today we wanted to talk about the game engine that you have developed and the game that you are working on.
Yes, I've developed a game engine called Project Difference, and that's also the code name for the game I'm working on developing with it. It's an RPG, basically similar to a JRPG in style. The premise is that a dark regime called the Enlightened Circle has taken control and is so powerful that direct opposition to their rule is impossible. On top of that, they're attempting to eliminate all traces of the luminescence, which is the dominant culture that they wrested power from, in order to cement their control in the minds of the populace. The player is tasked with finding lost cultural artifacts of the luminescence to reassemble the lost wisdom of the past so that your way of life can survive the Enlightened Circle's rule. So basically, you travel the world in search of these artifacts, recruiting allies to your cause and contending with monsters, and a team of enemy operatives that have been dispatched by the Enlightened Circle to stop you. As you explore a diverse array of environments, you uncover hidden item caches, save points where you can trade, synthesize new items, and check achievements, and story events which advance the plot and enable you to progress further into the game. The game has a few features to set it apart from other RPGs. Battles are centered around the tempo system. The way this works is that each character has a tempo gauge, which represents their ferocity and lust for battle, and each character has different actions that increase or decrease the gauge. For example, a fighter type might increase tempo by inflicting damage and felling enemies, while a cleric type increases tempo by healing and buffing allies. As your tempo goes up, you can perform more powerful skills. So battle is a dance to try to raise your tempo and deal the finishing blow before your enemy does the same. There are also combo skills where you activate a set of skills in the right sequence. The last skill transforms into a new, more powerful combo skill that's activated by all the characters who performs the prerequisite skills. Another distinctive feature is forms. Forms are basically like classes that are unique to a specific character. Each character has their own unique set of forms they can unlock, which drastically change their appearance, all their in-game graphics, as well as altering their statistics, equipable weapons, and what skills they can use in battle. The form system will give players a lot of customization over their party. You can do a lot of min-maxing and try to find the optimal set of forms to create the ultimate party, or you can just use forms that you think have the most visual appeal, customizing your party based on appearance. Another feature is that there's a lot of focus on character interaction. Each character has a hidden statistic indicating how much they trust and respect you, and this statistic goes up and down in response to your decisions and things you say during conversations. Characters get statistic boosts for having a high trust level, but conversely, their battle performance may suffer if their trust level falls too low, indicating that they don't have confidence in your leadership or that they just don't like you as a person. Getting characters' trust levels high enough can also unlock hidden character events, enabling you to progress your relationship with various members of your party. And there's also things like an item synthesis system and an achievement system, which rewards you with special items and money based on your accomplishments in the game. So there should be plenty of features to make the game appeal to RPG fans.
That sounds like a really complicated game you're working on there.
It was fairly complicated to code. It took me about a month of constant work.
So, for this game, I really haven't done anything with it, and by really, I haven't done anything at all. You're the main coder. You are the main artist. And
basically, I'm the scenario writer, the designer. You can take out main. I'm the coder. I'm the artist. I do everything. I'm the audio engineer.
Yeah, so basically this game is your baby.
More or less.
Yeah.
So you
So,
have any particular questions about anything in it?
yeah, let's see. You're doing everything with this game. What is the most enjoyable?
That's a good question. Well, the programming was challenging, but it's actually a relief to have that done because there's always concerns in the programming stage about whether you'll be able to get a particular feature working or not. So that's probably not the most enjoyable part. Working on graphics, especially character designs, is pretty fun, but I also like designing maps, designing levels, monsters, that kind of thing. Maybe just the whole stage of designing content for the game I would call the most enjoyable.
Okay, let's see. When are you going to have like a teaser or a demo of the game ready for us?
I'm really hoping that I'll have the opening cinematic done and enough of the first area done to show off within 2 weeks, perhaps. But that may be an optimistic estimate, so don't hold me to it. That's assuming everything goes well.
Okay. And what platforms are we looking at? You're programming it originally in Windows.
Yeah, initially I'm using C Sharp and XNA for their extreme ease of development because they're great development tools. But once the Windows version is working, I'm definitely looking into teaching myself OpenGL and porting it to the iPad. I think the iPad would be a good platform for it. And then I may try to port it to the iPod as well, but that would be much more challenging because I'd have to do some serious interface redesigns because the screen is so much smaller.
Okay, well, thank you for the overview of your game, and we're really looking forward to basically being able to record the demo of it and get it up onto YouTube or something so people can check it out.
You've been working on a little game of your own, which you're calling Golden Weepy. Do you have anything you're ready to discuss about that, or is it a little too early?
Well, because I've been concentrating on also upgrades to the applications we have out there, Tic Tac Gaw. We have a new art application out there, Superior Wallpaper, Science and Sorcery. They say it's been upgraded. Uh, I haven't been able to concentrate as much time towards that as I want. It's kind of the same thing. It's an adventure game, but not really the same exact genre in a way. I have movement working, um, saving, loading working. So anytime you exit the app, you always come back to the exact same point if you want, just by clicking on the load button and things of that nature.
Would
Next,
it be accurate to say that yours is more in the first person dungeon crawler type genre?
it's in the first person dungeon crawler type genre. I'm also planning on making it so it's very much expandable. I might release it, say, in a month or so with a couple hundred rooms and puzzles and stuff like that. And then make it so that every couple of weeks or every month I can release another 100 rooms so that once you buy it, you have a game that is forever expanding. That
Yeah,
it
I've
would be
seen.
kind of a never ending game.
Yeah, I've seen that. Occasionally, I've seen that sort of thing done before, and it's a pretty interesting idea.
Yeah. And I haven't decided. I'm kind of leaning towards the giving it away for free and just having like some eye ads on the opening screens, just so that we, the developers, get some money for the efforts we're putting in, basically to make these games, to make this, this entertainment for people.
Yep.
Thank you for jumping on the computer. And again, this is Superiority Studios' official podcast called Tech from the Closet, the only podcast brought to you from the inside of a walk-in closet. Any parting
The only
words?
technology podcast.
Yes, the only
It may be. It may be closer to being true if you add the qualifier.
sorry, the only tech podcast that is brought to you from the inside of a walk-in closet.